About to hit a leg day. Leg day. Thursday. A Kobe Bryant. What's the piece? What's there to be happy about? Say something.
Yo.
What is up, y'all? We are training at Patriot Fitness in Sarasota, and we're gonna film a little leg day, quad bias day for you guys. Walk you through exactly how we train when we're traveling. So let's get started. We're starting with the Cybex adduction machine. I think one thing that people don't do enough is make sure that in your logs you change the machine, like the equipment that you're using. So like if it's a Cybex adduction, change it to a Cybex adduction. If it's a, oh yeah, spreading my cheeks out. Oh, this is such a good machine. Or I'm sorry, you don't have to take a rest between your warm-up sets. You can just go straight into them. And the way I do warm-up sets is my first warm-up set is going to be about 50% of my working weight. And I'll do about 10 reps. Then the second one, I'll do the same thing, 10 reps at 50%. Just maybe a little bit faster. Again, no rest between. And then the last warm-up set, usually third or fourth, is going to be 4 reps, just about, no more than 60 pounds away from the weight you're going to use for your first working set.
I usually do like 70, 80%. The movements that are like a leg press where you're doing more weight, probably like 80% as opposed to 70.
If I do 70, 80%, it'll normally be like one rep, 1 or 2 reps.
1 or 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Just to get a feel for the heavierness.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so if you guys see here, so here it says Arsenal adduction. This is usually the exercise that I do at my gym. So I'll do 300 for 7 on this machine. This is why it's so important to switch to the machine that you're using. This is a Cybex. This is a Cybex adduction, okay?
Doesn't even go to 300.
Doesn't even go to 300. So I search up Cybex adduction in Strong, and like I was doing 190 for 12 on this machine. So this is clearly not that machine because this one maxes out at 145. So there must be another Cybex adduction out there that does work. But we'll see if we can max this out. Yeah. Nope. We hit 11. Max that out. Busting. Right, so if you guys look, last time I did 190 for 12. I did 145 on this machine for 11. So whatever 2 machines I used, like clearly, it's not that I got weaker by 45 pounds, it's that the machines just have different ways of counting their weight. So that's why it's so important to always make sure you're being clear about what machine you're using, even if it's the same movement. This boy, you get it. The reps ain't slow and you ain't growing. Look at that. That's, most people would have stopped 2 reps right before that. Let's go. Take that shit. Take that shit.
Ah, dude. I wonder what the philosophy or the psychology of getting an extra rep on your last set is. Like I got 10 last set, same weight, got 11 on this one. So my body just said like, fuck the muscle fatigue. That's why you don't preemptively drop if you're at the bottom of your rep range. The inner competition's huge.
So important that you set up the machine properly and do 1 or 2 warm-up sets before any of your movements, just so you can already see like what it's going to feel like when you do it. You don't want to be figuring this stuff out during a working set, or you're just wasting precious time. Also, these machines oftentimes, you don't really get that great of a stretch. So one thing you can do is put this right above your knees, and you'll get a bigger stretch. Cool. All right, I think we're good. This first one's 12 to 15. I can already tell this is going to be too easy. So I'm not going to stop at 15, even though that's my upper limit. I'm just going to blow past it, because the point is just to take this to failure.
There we go, we're starting to slow down. 22. Ooh, fuck. Cool.
So if you have bad knees like me, you want to warm up to this machine as well. Don't just go straight into your heaviest. Also pad or force you into flexion more so that you get more of a stretch, more range. But go slow on the eccentric and the concentric if you have achy knees. I do like 2 to 3 warm-up sets here. And honestly, I have leg extension in my program just to prep me for the pendulum or the hack squat that I'm going to do after. I'm doing 3 sets of 15 here with like a 3 rep in reserve. On the first working set, 2 rep in reserve on the second, 1 rep in reserve on the third working set. So not taking these to failure, I'm really just using these to warm up my knees. If you're feeling pain, you're not going slow enough. All right, so with this, make sure that your butt is all the way seated, your back is supported. I don't like to put the seat too far back. You want your knees angled up with this axis right here. So if you need to pull a little bit back, that's fine, but there's really only so far that your knees are gonna go back. So wherever your legs get hooked onto this edge, pull the seat up to that point. All right, make sure that your legs are situated. You can put the pad, top of your ankles, pull yourself into the seat. I like to actually use lifting straps to keep myself situated, and let's go. Come on. Reset mentally. Nice. Look how slow those reps are coming up. How are you feeling, sir? How are you feeling?
Yeah.
How are you
Post-game
feeling?
interview.
Is everything okay?
Out of breath post-game.
Let's go. Donkey calf raise. Check out this big stretch at the bottom. 3-second eccentric, little pause. Pushes all the way up. Knees are locked. Hands firmly placed. Glutes locked. Legs locked. Everything locked. This is what we're here for. Big deep stretch at the bottom. Hold. Press up. Yeah. That's the stuff. I honestly don't love the Flux shoes for this because they're so thin. I'd be like on my tippy toes for it not to hurt, and I have to adjust way too much. 9, 10. We're using a Cybex Smith for these quad biased squats. Smith squats. Pulse is warming up here. Main thing we want to focus on when we're doing quad bias is fully flexing our quads. So easy way to remember that is get your hamstring touching your calf. See how his hamstring is touching his calf? He's getting the max stretch on his quad muscles right there. A lot of joints are involved here. So you want to make sure you're warming up properly. Get a couple of sets in you at about 50% of your working weight.
Thing moves really well.
Yeah, this thing's busting. I love it. So Jose is 7 years younger than me and has never really had knee issues, I don't think. Although you did tear your ACL.
Meniscus.
Your meniscus. But despite that, I still have always had really achy knees. So I take a lot of warm-ups here. I do it without the bar or without any weight on the bar. This is my 3rd warm-up set. I wear a belt. Again, I'm like almost 30. I've been through too many minor lower back injuries to not wear a belt. Like,
Too many scares.
it's just not worth the ego. So breathing is really important with this. You're gonna take a big breath in, push against the belt, okay? So you're pressing against the belt as you come down, and you're not letting go of that air. So look at how I breathe. Finding my foot position so I know exactly where I'm going during my working set. Feeling buttery. So working set, we're doing 180 plus whatever the weight is, but with Smith machines, I almost never count the loaded or the unloaded weight.
Would normally be.
What's up?
I usually just write it down as what it would normally be on a regular bar, just because it's so much easier for me to think about it that way.
Yeah, I feel you.
As long as you know you're not that strong.
All right, we're doing 10 to 12 reps, paused at the bottom.
Corkscrew those feet.
That's gonna slow on the way down. Up. Up. Reset your breathing. Up. Nice. You're breathing a little bit too early. As you start to come down, breathe.
Classic rock you love on Classic Recline. Sit back and enjoy mostly acoustic classics and only relaxing
Nice.
rock playlists.
You're gonna start to come down and then inhale because you're breathing too early and it's just inefficient. That's it. Nice. Let's go. Yes, sir. Good shit, man. Nice. Sir, how are you feeling?
Fuck off. Fuck off. Yep. All the way down, hamstrings to calves. Yep, up, up. Trying to slow down. Up. Yep, just got one more. Yep.
All right, guys, so for this, we're doing a Tough Stuff Proformance angled leg press. Now, the interesting about this is that it has a spot here for you to put your toes, also just a regular platform. So since we're doing quad bias and we want his calves to touch his hamstrings, we're gonna keep our feet just because it's more comfortable for us. And then look how deep he can get while keeping his butt on the pad. His butt's not lifting up. If his feet were higher up on that platform, his butt would be lifting up. Also, Jose, always keep your head against the pad. I know it's tempting. We're doing a couple warm-up sets here. Now, we're already warmed up to some degree for doing the Smith squat over there, but still want to warm up because we're getting really deep and narrow here, and we want to just get a feel for the machine. Never want to start a working set, especially never want to just start off with a working set, especially with a machine that you have never used. Working set here, honestly, this machine's fine, but that's not really meant for quad bias because your feet just get tired from being on your tiptoes. Let's go. All right, y'all, this is how we set up for this. Glute hand bias, Bulgarian split squat. Actually, no, you're doing a quad bias. All right, fuck it, I'll do a quad bias too. So you notice he's more upright. If you're tall, you wanna put a step in the front, under the front foot, so that back knee doesn't hit the ground. That's gonna max out your range so that you can stretch your glutes, get more glutes out of this as well. This is gonna be gross. Normally do one set of a warm up just to get the feel for it, and then I just go straight into a working set.
One set working. Come on. Fucking A.
Nice.
No music just for this?
Mm-hmm.
Walk of shame.
Wow. Pretty awesome gym, Yucky.
Shout out Jay.
Yeah, shout out to Jay.
Just not even a month since open.
Yeah.
And he's got that place.
That was great.
Bumping
Patriot.
on a Thanksgiving, dude.
Patriot Fitness.
24/7 too.
Truly, truly great. Some of the best kit that I think I've seen consistently at the gym. The only thing I would change is the leg press. And what else? What would you change?
I mean, everything I use is,
Yeah, everything was great. All the Cybex stuff was great.
Yep.
What's happening here? Just streaks.
especially that Smith machine, dude.
Yeah.
It's the best Smith machine.
That Smith machine was great.
But I'm just surprised we made it without music, to be honest.
I know.
Never hit a leg day without music.
Yeah, good stuff.
Oh,